decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry! Rebound box. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game! Is this the dagger? Iguodala to Curry. Back to Iguodala. Up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James!
Cleveland! This is for you!
Welcome to the Stepback Podcast.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Stepback NBA Podcast. I'm Kyle.
What's up, guys? I'm Pat. We got another episode.
Yeah, dude. All right, let's start this. It's getting a little too, like, what I dislike about the media, which is, like, it's too produced, it's too formatted, and, you know. So, like, let's just start rolling. So, like, one thing I did want to talk about is because we're getting a little bit of traction and our fan base is growing a little bit. The numbers are jumping a little bit every episode.
Yeah.
I want to get into a little bit of like what this is
Yeah.
and who we are and why we're doing this.
Yeah,
And-
dude, it's weird because it's like, dude, it's wild because we just started off like, all right, so how this started is me and Kyle, obviously, we went to college together. So we're just sitting in a hallway one day and you asked me a question one day. You're like, dude, how do you do this whole podcasting? I was like, dude, just talk hoops. Like
on the radio for college radio.
Yeah, and you're like, dude, how do I do it? I was like, I don't know, just talk hoops. Like, right?
And
Or
I
you
was
tell the
because I
story
was
better.
trying
Yeah.
to do it by myself.
Right.
And I was doing 3 hours or whatever
it's
it was.
brutal.
And I was like, I don't know how to like talk without someone talking to me.
Right.
Like, and then I said to you, I don't think you needed to do a radio show that semester.
yeah.
And I was like, will you come just sit in with me and talk basketball with me and we could probably make a cool thing.
Yeah.
And then you did, and it started working. It started being like legit.
Yeah.
We're like, and then afterwards we would go get beers and go watch the game at Buffalo
totally.
Wild Wings and stuff. And so then over time, like it started, we were having like awesome basketball conversations. I'm like, all right, I don't know if I'm trying to do radio. I don't know if you were trying to do radio. I like talking basketball.
Yeah,
but
for
I don't know
sure.
if the radio is the answer. So right off the bat, I had the idea of being like, we should also, like, fine, I'll do your little college radio thing.
Yeah.
And we should also make this a podcast.
Yeah.
And release it on our own and try to build it on the internet.
Totally.
And so that's what we started doing. And so then at the end of that school year, we get, hold on, to back up. You and I also do the broadcasts for our basketball team.
Right.
You do play-by-play, I do color.
Yeah.
You're good at like, remembering the names and saying who's doing what.
Yeah.
And I'm good at just like adding random 2 cents in. So like we worked good together and then basically what happened was we had Kevin Harlan. And that blew everything. That changed everything. We were like, we should try to be like serious about this.
Yeah.
So like, from then on, so like Pat and I both have degrees in sports broadcasting, radio and TV broadcasting. Like we could both go work for ESPN Radio or
if we were offered a job for sure,
Kansas
definitely.
City. But I'm saying I'm
We're
qualified to apply for those jobs
Yes.
to work. But
Yeah.
the problem is they always make you start in like Kansas City or like, they send you, or even a smaller market than that. It'll be like a
Iowa
suburb,
City, Montana,
a suburb of Kansas City. Yes. And they send you out there to like get your start. And it's like, so we talked about that. And like at graduation, we're basically just like, dude, is that the route we want to take? Or is it smarter where like the entire internet, the entire world wants content like this anyway?
Yeah.
So like
we were immediately like, fuck that.
this is dumb.
fuck
I'm not
that.
doing TV and radio. Even today, literally before you came over, Conan O'Brien announces he's done. No more late night. Why? Because it's not working anymore. Nobody is going to that style medium for their comedy or whatever.
ABC
They're going to podcasts or internet shows or whatever it may be.
Not ABC, but NBC throws Jimmy Fallon on every weekday. That's that, bro.
And it's not real.
But
it's
like-
all done by like script. We know because we did it in college when we do the news.
Yeah.
There's a script. First of all, there's like a
committee of story writers. They write the stories.
The way they're doing it too, with like those people, the professionals, like you said, Jimmy, those guys. These are corporations that are hiring script writers and news aggregators to come in. So it's like people are watching these people and you don't know anything about their opinions. No. Nothing they're saying is their real opinion.
Right.
They're just like without the script writers, they're a mannequin that just stands there and does nothing.
Says everyone else's jokes.
Right. So that's why we're like, all right. So, and then the same thing is happening in sports media where like none of this is real. They have production meetings before the show. Skip and Shannon or, Nick, whoever. They have production meetings before the show, and they agree. I'll take this side of the argument. You take the other side. So it's literally not real.
Right.
It's just so gross, dude.
Yeah,
It's
even
all
the
so
even
gross.
the Max and Stephen A stuff is
Yes,
like
totally.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
scripted. They do a production meeting beforehand. They talk about what they're going to say, what position they're going to take. I'll take this position because then you can take the opposite and hammer your point about that.
The anti-LeBron.
It's just gross because it's disingenuous and not real. So, like, you and I right away, we're like, dude, we should try to, rather than, like, go work in Montana, some weird suburb to try to be
follow
a sports,
AAA baseball
to
team.
be a sports guy. Like, how about we just ride the wave of what's working and we just build it on the internet ourselves and we put the power, I have faith in the internet and I have faith in people. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, I don't need
the spoken word.
Yes, I don't need like a big corporation to say I'm good at talking about basketball and validate me by giving me a job. Like, dude, I could just talk basketball with you and we can make it work. Like, we can build it and own it our own. You know?
Totally. No, I agree, man. And I mean, God, it's a lot of fun. I mean, we're gonna have more and more guests on. I mean, it's this podcast is kind of really picking up steam here. I think way more than I think we expected. And
yeah, and we got like some sponsors. Which should we talk about? Yeah, let's do it. All right, dude. Well, shout out one of our sponsors right off the top. I'll hit it. Yeah, one of our sponsors is Stria Sport. Like I mentioned last time, dude, Stria Sport's really cool. They got they're basically like a new basketball shoe company that just recently launched.
Awesome, man. They got a bunch of guys overseas that are wearing their shoes.
Yeah, a lot of Chicago guys.
Yeah, they're really light. And there's a kid,
Yes.
there's a couple kids from the Loyola team that went to the Final Four that are wearing the shoes overseas. Great reviews, man.
A couple of the founders played for Loyola.
Yes.
And
yes.
so after they finish up their playing career, they realize like these shoes are overpriced and they're all based on like likes and status and stuff rather than being
the player and,
rather than being based on like being a good shoe.
Right.
So what they set out to do is, start a better shoe company for basketball players that like it's functional and affordable. So
Right.
realistically, we've been saying it's the cheapest it's the most lightweight shoe you've never heard of.
Right.
Is what we've been saying. And yeah, man, it's really cool.
But it's true. I mean, it's literally true.
They're
It's a
third-
great shoe. Yeah, you guys should definitely check it out. Go to StriaSports.com.
Stria Sport.
StriaSport.com.
They're the third lightest weight basketball shoe to hit the market in the last 5 years.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. And StriaSport.com. Check it out. While you're there, you guys can use discount code StepbackPod and save you guys some money. But definitely go check them out, man, because they just also got signed off on to be one of the official shoes of the NBA. So the
awesome.
NBA guys can wear them.
Yeah.
Can wear the Stria Sport. So shout out to Eric and all the Stria Sport guys. We're rocking with you. We love your guys' stuff.
Yeah, some of the shoes are pretty hard, bro.
Yeah,
they're
are.
pretty awesome.
I know,
I'm going through the page. I would definitely buy those. I'll definitely rock
same.
those. So, matter of time, let me get some money here,
Yeah,
you know
they're
what I'm saying?
better
Build
priced.
it up, and I'll buy some pairs. Yeah,
They're better priced than
I
most
promise
of
I will
the-
rock a pair of Stria Sport on the podcast.
Same, I will too.
We'll get there.
I will too. Yeah, we'll get there. We got we got a bunch of stuff happening, man. We got a bunch of new stuff all happening. We got a new big neon sign on the way. It says the Step Back and our shoelace logo.
Yeah.
And,
it's going to be awesome, man. We just got a bunch of dope stuff coming, so make sure you guys are staying tuned, following on Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff, Step Back Podcast. Yeah, man, and I mean, you'd just be totally out of your mind to not go check out our friends at Smooth My Balls.
Another one.
Yeah, Smooth My Balls. Goes use promo code STEPBACK. And
basically, like, dude, this one was hilarious because, like, I've seen these types of companies on other podcasts I watch.
Yeah.
But as soon as it came into us, the opportunity to work with Smooth My Balls,
you couldn't pass it up.
I was like, dude, we have to do that.
Hilarious.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
And then we spent so much time talking about like the best way to do the promo and how do you want to do the promo. But then we got on here and we're like nervous about reading it right, rather than just being like, dude, it's 2021 and you still don't have smooth balls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is a way better way to do it.
Yeah.
So dude, smoothmyballs.com. Go check them out. Step Back is the
promo
discount
code. Yeah, promo code Stepback. Save yourself 15%. Turf Chopper 3.0.
Yep.
Never nip your sack again. One of the greatest products on the market.
Yeah, dude, it's all really like lightweight and portable. They have it all comes with.
It's a whole grooming kit, so
Yeah,
you
and
can
it
just
comes
buy
with-
the grooming kit. Use promo code. Save yourself 15%. No one wants to spend all of that, so
it comes with USB chargers.
Love to see
and
that.
they're
Yeah.
waterproof. And
Yeah,
stuff like that,
yeah,
so you,
love
you
to
can
see
use
it.
them in the
Yeah.
shower.
Yeah,
so.
there's no reason why you should not have smooth balls, guys.
Yeah,
so.
it's 2021.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Go check out our friends at smoothmyballs.com. But yeah, man, this has been a lot of fun, bro. I love this podcast. It's dope talking hoops with you, man. And it's good. We got a crazy year coming up.
Yeah, dude, and we got a lot more fun stuff coming. Like you were saying, I don't want to give any names or any,
I'm
like,
not gonna
secrets
drop in anything
away yet, but we do have like a couple.
Higher name guys.
Yeah, we
coming.
could at least say that they're
credentialed
NBA
Media
members. Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. So we got a couple of those guys coming on. I have mentioned it in the past, but my grandpa was a USA basketball coach. So now that in working for USA, he became great friends with a lot of the athletic directors and coaches from the NCAA. And so I think that you and I, again, not dropping any names or any spoilers or anything, but I think that you and I will be able to get some of these college coaches as well.
Yeah, that would be awesome, man. And we just want to keep making good content for you guys and keep striving to make this the best podcast possible and make it the best experience for you guys,
Yeah,
because
dude.
that's what it's about,
I
man.
love this, dude.
Yeah,
This
man,
is so
totally.
fun.
And
It's
it's like, yeah, totally, man. It's like, dude, we just want you guys, because that's what I do in the morning, man, is I drive into work and you're sitting in traffic and it's like, dude, no one listens to the radio anymore, man. Go turn on our podcast. Go listen to us talk about hoops, man, because it's legit, man. We care about this. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's all we do.
Yeah, we put a lot of time and effort into this. We talk about this all the time, man. So, like I said, man,
24/7, even off the air when we're not doing this, we're texting about all this stuff all
so
the time.
Just
like
show some love, show support, and
if I just read our texts between each other,
it's all step back related.
yes, the whole thing is just talking about
hoops
you know,
or step back. Yeah.
So like, I'm here talking about how LeBron kind of looked old. You go, I can't believe they won last night. I go, bench. Dude, they had no Schroeder either. Caruso 11, THT, KCP, Gasol all had 10, Wes Matthews 8. You go, God, that's so weird. And then you go, Jokic is a second round pick in NBA history. I go, second round? You go, second. All right, you go, Jokic second round MVP in NBA history. And I go, second round? You go, second round pick. I go, oh, crazy. And you go, dude, he's the 41st pick. And I go, wait, where was Giannis? And you say 15. I go, oh, yeah, damn. It's like, dude, all day we're just having a basketball conversation.
Yeah.
So there's no point in not just getting in on some of this internet content thing anyway.
Yeah.
Because like I said, we have degrees in sports broadcasting.
Yeah.
And we do it anyway all day.
Totally.
So listen, man, I'm not trying to be Jake Paul. I'm not
Yeah,
trying to be
totally.
Logan Paul. I'm not trying to be a YouTuber. I don't know how any of this shit works. I'm sitting here talking to my friend about basketball. We're buying cool stuff behind us and signs and a curtain and lights and got sponsors. It's fun, man. So
Yeah, totally.
If nothing else, it just makes for a good experience for the next thing.
Yeah, man. And another thing is, it's like, dude, it's crazy because it's like you were saying earlier about the Stephen A. and Max stuff, and it's like, dude, this is not like that. It's like we literally are coming on here with our actual thoughts and what we actually believe, but it's like. And I kind of want to talk about this too, because it's like, I know we do this a lot on the podcast, and it's like we don't actually mean this. And I want everyone who listens to understand this, because we're obviously basketball fans. We know a lot about basketball. We watch a ton of basketball. It's like, dude, we're like, dude, this guy blows. It's like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I want to let everybody who's listening, everybody know, every single basketball player in the NBA is unbelievable. They're unbelievably talented and gifted, and they're freaks of nature. And it's like anybody that even puts on an NBA jersey is, I mean, it's not worthy of anything I do on the basketball court. So it's like,
course.
you know what I'm saying?
Or at all in life.
Yeah,
if
man.
I had as much talent in any area of my life as the worst NBA player does in basketball,
I would be wildly successful.
Yes,
so I trust me, man. We understand. And same thing with that whole Jeremy Grant thing we were saying earlier. Jeremy Grant's obviously an unbelievable basketball player.
It happens all the
24
time.
games, so
It
it's
happens
like,
when we talk about guys like this. It's like we were talking about Russ before. It's like we always shit on Russ all the time. But it's like under the understanding that, like, yeah, he's a great player.
Yeah, he averaged triple-double like 4 years in a row.
Like, I'm not out here
kidding me?
I'm not pretending like I think he shouldn't be a starter or he should get cut or dealt. Like, no.
He should be a free agent. Stop.
Yes, I'm arguing because it's like he's not the best version of what he could be and what he could have become.
Yeah.
So that's why we say, oh, this guy sucks. It's like, do I really think in any world Russell Westbrook sucks at basketball? Of course not.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
definitely not.
But dude, let's pivot and talk about some hoops while we're here. So speaking of Russ, dude, because like you and I have talked about this back in the day when we were on the radio. We used to say like Russ is an awesome, like almost like a video game type guy.
Yeah,
where
he's unbelievable.
Every skill, but he doesn't know how to use them, and he doesn't do the right things in the right moment.
He's always making bad decisions.
Right, and we used to always say like, dude, he'll get you like 34, 12, and 16, and you're like, that's great, man, but I literally don't need that. I need you to get me like 18, 8, and 13. Yes,
whatever, yeah.
Like, don't shoot 28 shots a night.
That's brutal.
That's bizarre, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
making my eyes bleed.
Yeah, so last night, what was his line last night?
It was like 18, 21, and 24 or something.
So, dude, and he shot 8 shots.
Yeah, sick.
21 boards, 24 dimes. He shot 8 shots. He was 5 of 8. And I was like half kidding. I was like, dude, if he played every single game of his entire career like that, how many rings does he have?
Oh, yeah.
Him and KD win multiple rings.
Yeah, dude. I could probably... Yeah, there's a case for that for sure. You know? But it's like, the problem with
he's probably the best point guard ever. If he played every single game like he played that game.
While we're
shot no more than 8 shots and got 20 dimes a game, that's the best point guard who's ever lived.
While we're still on this topic of one of the greatest point guards, did you hear Scott Brooks' comments last night?
Saying...
He's probably
Magic is number 1 and Russ is number 2. Yeah. I mean, dude... Well, dude, that's another thing that happens with like sports, like basketball, is like people are judging people based on different things.
Yeah.
You know? So like some people, it really gets highlighted in the Jordan LeBron debate where it's like some people care about like accomplishments and the way your career plays out and stuff like that. And other people are like, no, I'm watching with my eyes and I'm telling you. There's like multiple ways to judge it. So like, I don't know, man. Scott Brooks is Russ's guy
for sure.
So, like he's got to say that.
Yeah,
like, I don't know, bro.
Bro, I was sitting there and
if you had Scott Brooks by yourself in a room with no one there, and you're like, you want CP or Russ?
Yeah, he's probably gonna be like Chris Paul.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, he's not dumb.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. The Westbrook thing is interesting to me because he is really fun to watch. Like, if we're really being honest, like
one of the most fun to watch I've ever seen. He plays like Iverson, where he's like on the ground.
Dude,
and
first quarter to end of third quarter. One of the most entertaining basketball players on the planet.
End of third quarter. And then fourth quarter,
it goes straight out the window.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude. Yeah, dude.
But it's not skills. It's decision making. It's always been decision making.
The decision to shoot.
Yes, that's the decision. Is don't shoot so many goddamn shots.
Yeah,
like
he shot them out of that 3-1 series against Golden State.
Well,
Golden
KD
State was
played terrible too. I'm not gonna let you get away with that.
Yeah, but Russ also canned them in 2 games.
And KD played like trash, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
KD played like trash.
It's
they
like
both played like shit.
But I can afford 1 game with KD because I'll bounce back.
You and I have done this debate on the podcast before. Where we went back and looked at every single box score of every game and watched highlights.
Yeah.
Dude, they both blew that shit. They both played terrible.
It was Russ. Russ has got to take this one, bro.
Dude, KD played terrible. Hey, KD's a better player than Russ. I expect Russ to kind of fall apart. I don't expect KD.
Yeah, but it's like, bro. The problem with Russell Westbrook is he's bringing casuals into basketball that shouldn't be in basketball.
And they're talking about like he's the best player ever. Yeah. Numbers don't lie. Yeah, right. Yeah, dude. All those people. Yeah, those people are.
Yo, all right. So that's hilarious though because it's like, oh, like this guy genuinely believes that. But it's like, you know, at the end of the year, you average a triple-double and. I mean, you lose in the first round. It's like, well, all that for really nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's
losing in the first round of rookies, rookie-led teams.
God, yeah, it's awful. But
that really hurt his like legacy for me. I always bring that up. Like, I'm just realizing. I'm just kind of realizing right now that like, dude,
that's my first bullet in the chamber.
Is Russell Westbrook lost in a head-to-head? I don't care. People are like, basketball is a team game. That series wasn't.
It was definitely
Russell
not.
Westbrook made that into I'm going to beat this dude head up.
Yeah.
And Utah was like, I'm not doing that. We're just going to beat this guy, period. Yeah. Like, dude, you got beat by a rookie-led team.
Yeah. Russ is like, I'm the best player out here.
Yeah. It's like, that's fine. You're going to lose every game.
Yeah, whatever, dude. And then he goes out and Dame beats him.
Like that sort of sums up like Russ's whole thing, you know? Like that's sort of his whole thing. Like, yeah, bro, you had 47 tonight, but tomorrow you're going to take the same amount of shots and go 19%, and you guys will lose by 30.
Yeah, dude.
It's sort of the whole thing. It's like sort of been his whole career.
So, like, but it's going to be weird because it's like...
Dude, it doesn't make me a hater as well. Like, people would be like, stop hating on Russell Westbrook. You wouldn't say that if you saw him. If you saw him, you'd ask for his autograph and signature. It's like, yeah, bro. Yeah. I'm not sitting here. There's like a weird toxicity in sports where it's like, you're being a hater if you're being honest. It's like I was saying to you that one day where I was watching Lakers fans argue with Clippers fans, Lakers fans argue with Clippers fans. One of the best
pastimes on Twitter.
Yeah. And the one guy was like arguing like, wait, why do we want to hold on to THT? If he's the piece that you need to get another All-Star, we should do that. And then the other guy was like, what are you talking about? Are you even a Lakers fan? How could you say that? And it's like, that's so funny. They're admitting right there that like they will overjudge the guy's value if he's on your team. Yeah. Right? Like Bears fans can never admit that Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback, right? It's part of the game. Yeah. So like it's like, would you want him on your team? Well, yeah, of course. Yeah. But like I'm not gonna talk about that. Like so it's a part of the thing that like you gotta kinda, schmooze and bullshit. Whereas like we're just like,
they sucked. That guy kind of sucks.
So it's like, I'm just going to call it like I see it. Like Russell Westbrook, we used to say, you reminded me of it, that we used to say the answer to the Russell Westbrook problem is less Russell Westbrook. Yeah. That's the answer to the riddle.
Yeah. It's not hard. It's very not hard to figure out.
Take the ball out of his hands, take him out of the game.
Off the floor, whatever you got to do, man. Just less of that.
Yes, exactly. Because it's like, he'll finish with great stat lines and then they'll lose. It's like, because... kind of goes back to like impact. Yeah. I was listening today on ESPN.
But Russell fans will be like, he impacts the whole game. He gets rebounds, passes, and assists.
And he does at least usually drag his team to the playoffs. And he does at least usually drag him to the playoffs, and I'll give him that. He has more impact than a lot of these other guys, so I'll give him that.
What happens when they don't make the playoffs this year?
I don't know. They probably shouldn't.
They're going to be in like a playing game probably.
Bro, they've been playing so good.
Yeah.
This is Russell Westbrook's one of his best stretches of his entire career.
So, question then. So I want to get into this a little bit because I know we were talking about it a little bit. Give me your top 3 panic teams.
Oh, panic mode. Okay.
So like if your team that you think goes down in the first round and you rank them in order. I need gold,
panic
silver,
mode.
Bronze.
All right. I could do medals. So I think panic mode bronze medal winner.
Bronze is least like, we might got like 1 or 2 more years.
My panic mode is Golden State.
Okay.
For bronze.
Okay.
Because I think that they're like, oh, man, we need 41 points from Steph and him to hit 8 threes for us to be in the game. I think that they thought that they were closer even without Clay. Yeah. I think that they thought without Clay and with Steph and Draymond, they're like a playoff team. And then with Clay, they jump up to a championship
Can I add a small thing about Wiggins real quick?
Yeah.
All right, so Andrew Wiggins is my least favorite basketball player. By like a very wide margin.
Okay.
Like, no, like you're laughing. I'm so serious.
Okay.
Like watching him it's unwatchable. Like I can't do it anymore. That little ISO and the crosses. Stop all of that immediately. Stop it. Stop it. So he ends the game last night with 28 points. I didn't see him score 28 points. That's crazy. But I just think
you're saying you watched every second of that game,
the whole
and
game.
You never saw those 28 points going.
I think they just throw it in there. They're like, dude, he's the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
We gotta give him a good game.
It comes with like an extra 10 points if you're a number 1 pick.
Yeah, hilarious. But dude, I'm watching the game last night and Wiggins is so bad, bro. And it's crazy because he blows an assignment and Lonzo hits a ball at the end of the first quarter. And as everyone's walking off the court, Draymond's in the bottom left corner. I'm watching Draymond, obviously. And he screams, yo! Like, just you hear him yelling, yo. And sure enough, who turns around? Andrew Wiggins. So it's like, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I think they're far away.
Yeah.
But I also think Clay...
they thought they were closer than they were.
Yeah, but I also think Clay is going to take a lot of the heat off of Steph. But I know what you mean. Wiseman isn't ready yet.
Yeah. I think like you take that roster right there and you stick Clay on it, they're like a 6 or 5.
They're definitely a playoff team.
Oh, yeah, but they're not
the
thing that they thought they were going to be.
Yeah, I agree with you. Carry on.
And that is my whole point about what KD did to their team when he went there. He crushed their ceiling. He brought their ceiling down.
And then Clay gets hurt for 3 years.
Yeah, and the whole thing is bad. Yeah,
totally.
All
right, so bronze is Golden State.
Yeah, my bronze panic mode team is Golden State. My silver panic mode team is the Los Angeles Lakers.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Let me hear it.
All right, well, like, dude, this is what I said to you the other day. When LeBron came back, obviously I know it's like rust and injury and everything, but like, dude, he just looked old. He just looked old, and like, I was saying to you, it's like, I don't know. It just seems like, and I sent you the clip of the Miami Heat LeBron. Yeah. And he throws and he gets the lob from Wade, and then him and D-Wade do the boxing warm up. And I just go, this guy right here had so much more to play for.
Yeah, I agree. Dude.
I'm not predicting the demise of LeBron. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, if they don't make it to the finals, like, I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be shocked if this is the year where it's like, man, they lost in the second round in 5. Like, that wouldn't blow me out of the water. Yeah. They're not playing well. Like,
you know what we said last episode, though? Every year.
Yes, and just like in the bubble before the playoffs, they also weren't playing well.
Did you see the stat where it was like LeBron in his last 8 years, the final 8 games, he's like 1-5, 3-3, 2-4. It's like the last 6 games, and then there's 1 year Miami was 6-0 or whatever, and then and there's 3-3. But it's like there's nothing to be concerned about. And now all of a sudden, teams always do that.
But the play-in thing has now thrown a wrench into everything.
Oh, I agree.
1 through 8 is not locked anymore. You need 6. 6 is now 8. What 8 used to be. The last lock, last playoff spot is 6. So now all of a sudden they're sitting at 6, and they're like, oh shit! Now LeBron's talking shit about the play-in thing. Yeah. It's not good now. It's not good. He's missing tonight. He's not coming back, and tomorrow. Yeah. Listen, man. LeBron in the playoffs. LeBron will become the best player in the world again.
So worst case scenario,
I have no doubt about that. In the playoffs, LeBron will morph back into the best player in the world.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's enough anymore.
So I'm just thinking of a panic scenario where, I don't know, this would never happen, but if we at some point in time find ourselves backed into a wall with a one game playoff with Steph
versus LeBron.
I can't
dude, it's a very possible.
Oh, dude, that would be awful because it's like, dude, Steph lost. The last playoff spot is a 1 game playoff. Steph could go for 80. You know what I'm saying? If Steph scored,
you see the Draymond thing where he was like, dude, they're terrified. Everywhere, all over the court, with or without the ball, everyone is terrified all the time. Like, yes. Correct.
So it's like LeBron, even LeBron James, the face of basketball for the past 15 years, the greatest player on the planet, one of the faces of the generation of basketball, is deathly afraid of this.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to play. Let me play anyone else in 1 game.
Yeah,
other than
totally.
Yes,
but
totally.
yeah, that's a nightmare scenario. The 1 game playoff, battling for the final playoff, the 8th spot, and you got Steph coming into your own building. You're like, oh, how did we get here, bro?
Yeah,
how
dude.
Did we?
And so. Yeah, so I think that's now. Let me look over this one more time to make sure my gold medal.
Yeah, your gold medalist is
right.
Legitimate.
Let me make sure I'm right here. But what I believe, so I have Golden State is my bronze.
The Lakers is your silver.
I guess it depends on panic mode. What we want to define as panic mode. Do we want to define it as this year or in general? Because Golden State, I'm defining it as in general, not this year. It doesn't. This year doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like this year, obviously, it's the guys trying to make the play-in. It's like Washington and shit like that. Yeah. But I'm just talking about in terms of if they should be panicked in general.
Yeah.
I got Golden State bronze. I got the Los Angeles Lakers silver, and my gold medalist for my panic mode NBA team is the Brooklyn Nets.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's weird.
That's my team that I think.
Now I'm gonna tell you mine, and you're gonna understand all of them immediately. Okay. Ready? I'll go backwards. Okay. Gold. Los Angeles Clippers.
Okay, I thought about that.
Yeah.
Why?
So
why though?
Clippers. You go out and you sign the 2 best wing defenders since MJ and Scotty, which some reporters are telling you. But you get Kawhi. Kawhi's coming off a massive championship in Toronto. He won a title.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking finals MVP. Yeah. I mean, he's the best player on the floor, best player in the league, best player on the planet.
Yep.
Yeah. You don't win anything. You won nothing, right? You lose to, Denver.
Should have lost to Luka.
Yeah, you should have lost to Luka.
Yep.
Yeah. And then there's all these chemistry. You start dealing guys. You fight. Doc lost his job.
Yep.
Yeah.
That he did.
I don't think Ballmer's playing, dude. I think he could wake up one morning and be like, dude, PG, get out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. They're my gold medal team. I think if it doesn't work out and they lose in the first or second round, this Clippers team could be decimated. I think we could see Kawhi gone. We could see PG gone. We could see Ballmer making a bunch of moves. I don't know if Ty Lue is secure after 1 year. It's like Ballmer's not playing, bro, and that's my whole point. It's like he's in this to win the shit, bro.
Yeah.
He's not in here to
that's
lose
true.
and suck.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, so
That.
I don't know, man. Clippers are my gold medal team. They got to figure it out. You got to get a title probably this year to keep everything intact. Silver medal, Portland Trailblazers.
You know what I was going to say? My gold medal, just one person that's in panic mode, is that dude who bet his house on Portland to win 42 games. Because if they lose one more...
Yeah, my dog's on the street.
Yeah, my dog, he's homeless, bro. One more loss for Portland, and that dude loses his house.
Yeah.
Shout out to that dude.
Yeah, so, all right. So, my silver medal team is Portland.
What was the report? Whoa. Where did it come from? The report I saw it with like half an eye. Maybe I was like half asleep or something. There was a report about like Dame has been loyal. It's time to move him to a contender.
I didn't see that report. What I think, though, in my heart is it's like, dude, they haven't done it. I mean, how much more do you need? I mean, how many more Robert Covington deals are you going to start dishing out? How many more Derrick Jones Jr. money are you going to start giving out to guys? It's like, dude, you signed Derrick Jones for 2 years. You deal Gary Trent for Norman Powell, who expires at the end of the year. It's like, dude, I don't know, man. Portland, what else do you got to do? I mean, you got Dame, you got a top 5 point guard in the league. You got to make something happen here. You know? Am I wrong?
Yeah, dude. And they've always needed like a wing, and they've tried so many other wings. Maybe it's time to just break up the backcourt.
And then that's what I'm saying. So I think they're gonna start hitting panic mode
Because
if
dude,
they
they
lose
were
in the
always
first round.
like Lowry and DeRozan.
Totally.
You know, where they had a cool backcourt. And
They're
then
better than Lowry and DeRozan.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and it's like, but then you move, you got to mix it up, dude.
Those
It
guys
doesn't
make
always...
$60 million.
Yep.
$59 million. $59 million. Yeah, it's brutal. I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, dude, Portland is in trouble, and then my bronze team. You ready for this?
Yep.
You're gonna hate this.
Boston
Celtics.
Yeah, I knew that.
Boston Celtics.
knew
Because
that.
here's my point, man, is I know we're not even going to get into this whole argument again, but Tatum is not going anywhere. I don't think Brown is going anywhere either. I'll get back to this. Go. Do you find it?
I found it. I found it. The New York Post. So he covers the Knicks.
Oh.
Uh,
New York Post
Mark
is nice.
Berman, yeah. Says the New York Knicks are watching and waiting for an opportunity to pry Damian Lillard from Portland. The Knicks would likely be willing to trade three or four of their first rounders in a deal for Lillard if that means they could hold on to Barrett or Toppin.
Nah, you probably got to throw me Barrett in 3 first, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But
stop.
the point is that like there are more rumblings of.
I don't think Lillard goes. I think CJ's the one to go. And it
Yeah,
hurts
probably,
me. It hurts me to
probably
say-
right.
Yeah.
That's probably right. Dame's whole thing is loyalty, and he's sort of made that his brand.
Yeah, totally.
If he left, it would look bad. However, if they were to try to get the biggest return on their investment, it would probably be, what do you think Dame commands in a trade?
Oh my God.
You know?
Dude,
what do you think Dame commands in a trade?
well, I think it's different, the whole loyalty thing. Because I think the whole loyalty thing in the NBA is kind of bullshit. Where it's like, dude, yeah, I mean, I'm loyal and I love Toronto.
Why would you ever be loyal to any NBA franchise?
It's kind of
Yeah.
bullshit, dude. And it's like, dude, Masai
I like
Ujiri-
the idea that like Dame has done his part for Portland.
I agree. But DeMar did the same thing, and Masai was like, dude, get your ass out of here. I'm getting Kawhi.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's like,
for
it's
sure.
bullshit, man. So it's
Yeah.
like, when does Portland go to sleep at night and they're
Yeah,
like,
no team is ever going to deal the guy because he's done a lot for
Yeah,
the
no,
franchise.
screw that.
They're going to deal him because they're going to
if
get a lot
if
in
you got
return.
5 first, RJ Barrett and Mitchell Robinson, why am I saying no? Because he likes Portland? I don't care. We're losing every year.
Yeah.
So it's like, I
Correct.
understand, but it's like, dude, the loyalty thing is kind of whack, bro. So
On both sides.
Yeah, so the
teams
only
being loyal
time-
and guys being loyal.
And Dame is going to be
both
one of those
garbage.
guys. He's going to get hosed. He's going to get hosed. And,
He's going to just finish with no rings
Yeah.
and he'll finish there.
I think he's going to get hosed. And it sucks, man, because it's like the only way he's really going to get out of there is through a trade. He's not leaving. He's obviously
he'll
not going to
never
leave
do
in
that.
free
He
agency.
literally, like I said, he made that his marketing, his brand.
Yeah.
His brand is like about loyalty. When I was looking for that story, the top search result that came up on Google is Dame Lillard's quote, "My loyalty is my biggest flaw." Like, yeah, bro, he's not going to go.
He's going to get
me
hosed.
out of
Yeah,
here.
he's going to get
no.
hosed.
Now he's like stuck being loyal.
But that's what I'm saying, man. It's like, dude, this whole loyalty thing is kind of whack, bro.
Totally.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Yeah. So it's
Totally.
like, man, it's hard for guys to be like, oh, I love this city, I love it here. When it's like, dude, I'm gonna ship you out of here because I got a bunch of guys. So
and the guys know that now. They
Do they?
know that. It seems like they do.
Well, if
maybe Dame does.
If Dame gets shipped out and he starts going crazy on Twitter, are you shocked? Probably not. You're probably like, damn,
Dame
dude, that
would be
sucks. You gotta open your eyes though, bro.
Dame
you gotta
would be the
see.
type of dude to get dealt by Portland and be super pissed because he would have never left them, and then go into Portland and drop 80. Yeah. 100%. That's Damian Lillard to a T.
Yeah.
That's Dame to
You're
a
gonna
T.
deal me for RJ Barrett?
dude.
Watch this. Yeah.
I know what you mean though. Yeah, dude. So your panic mode teams are who?
Yeah, so gold medal is the Clippers. They're my number one panic team. I think that they bro, you gotta win this year, bro, or else you're in trouble. And also, not even mentioning Paul George 5-year deal. Marcus Morris signed a big deal. Pat Beverly's worth $14 million next year. It's like, by the way, that's awful.
Yeah.
$14 million
It's
to Pat
tough.
Beverly.
It's tough.
Brutal.
You realize right now Zach LaVine's on a $19 million.
Yeah. Oh man.
You're
bro.
almost paying Patrick Beverly as much as the Bulls are paying Zach LaVine.
Yeah,
this
Marcus
year.
Morris got extended, which he looked scared in the bubble. He didn't want to take big shots. He was passing
the only
shots
thing
up
Marcus
the whole bubble.
Morris, the only thing he was not scared of was confrontation with Luka.
Yeah, that's
and his little cheap shots on
soft.
Luka. Dude, I used to like Marcus Morris until that. He was intentionally trying to injure him.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 times.
Yes, dude. He was not like doing the gamesmanship that we've all done a million times.
Yeah.
It was even a different thing from like throwing little punches to Michael Jordan back on the way down the court.
It's
even
different.
that's a different
It's
thing.
like stepping on his ankle.
You're trying
and,
to inflict pain on Michael Jordan.
and be out for a I know.
You're trying to inflict pain on Jordan. You're trying to inflict an injury
where
on
you're
Luka.
Gonna cause Luka to
Yes,
sit out.
that's
Yeah,
whack, bro.
I agree.
Because you don't want to win without Luka in the lineup.
Yeah, that's soft.
You want to beat them with their
that's
guy
the whole
in
point
the
of the basketball.
Right. Well, anybody could beat the Bulls without Jordan. That's
Yeah,
not
that's
impressive.
easy,
Yeah. That does nothing for me. Like, yeah, you're supposed to have him there. So the fact that like he had the hurt ankle, that specific one, and they have like the super slow-mo of Marcus Morris looking down at Luka's ankle and taking like an extra false step to make sure
dude,
that he
the worst.
steps on it.
The worst.
Yeah, that was just scrub
and,
shit. Dude.
not to mention
I'm a Markeith guy now.
Yeah,
I used to be a
Keith
Marcus
till I
guy.
die.
Yeah, I used to be a Marcus guy. Now I'm a Keith guy.
Yeah,
forever.
big Keith
Yeah,
guy.
shout
Hilarious.
out Keith.
Yeah.
Shout out Keith.
But also, dude, I want to talk about how the Clippers had these kind of guys together. They kind of had this squad. They took Warriors to 7, and Lou Williams is giving KD 50 in
Pat
the
Bev
playoffs,
and Montrez.
And all
the
those guys.
Houston
Now it's
deal.
like, oh no, now Trez is gone, Lou Williams is gone,
it's like
and it's
Paul
like
George
and
and-
Rondo.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, this is weird, man. And I'm telling you, man, you gotta win this year.
It might work. As I've been saying, on paper, this is their best chance. Look at their 5. Their 5 is a championship 5.
I understand.
You know?
I understand that, but I also think Kawhi and PG look at each other and they're like, ooh, this seat is toasty. This seat is real toasty. For the Clippers. Like,
I think
this seat is hot.
I think that they both know. I think Kawhi is set. He's not going anywhere.
Really?
Yeah,
I think
Kawhi's
he
not
leaves.
going anywhere.
I think he might leave. I think it's always an option.
It's his hometown. He's always wanted to play in LA.
You think he signs an extension?
Yeah, I think, but he'll do this the same way he signed. I'll only sign if you bring me Paul George. I wouldn't be surprised if he says, I'll only sign you to get rid of Paul George.
Yeah.
You know? Like
They signed him to a
I think
5-year
Kawhi is set. I think Paul George is not. And I don't care how many games Kawhi sits and Paul George goes for 34 and 7. That means nothing to me because in the playoffs, who's going to bring it and who's not?
Yeah.
In an elimination game. You know?
Yeah.
And I think Paul George is just going to stay on the hot seat until they win. And Kawhi will never
Paul George
see
signed
that
a
hot
5-year, like
I
almost
know.
$200 million deal.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, I don't think Ballmer's like, this is my like first year. You Doc, get out of here. It's like my second year. Doc, you're gone. So I don't know, man. I think a lot of those guys are. It's gonna be tough. You know?
All right. I'm with you. But like, yeah. I mean, I don't know what they do if they lose. It depends on how they lose and who they lose to. You know what I mean? And how that would change my opinion on what they should probably do going forward.
Yeah, but what if you get stuck with they get stuck with Luka again?
Yeah,
and you're like, I got to deal with this guy again? Or what if you get I think the best playoff scenario is if we get this Lakers-Clippers thing out of the way right now. It's like, dude, all right. Best two teams in LA, let's get it. Like,
for one
knock
game
each other
play-in?
out. No. I mean, first round.
Okay.
That'll be probably the best first round series we've seen in a long time.
The Clippers are like fourth.
But it's like, dude, if they could really, if they could knock this out early, we get like a 4-5 with Clippers-Lakers, that would be awesome.
Dude, 10 through 5 in the West is separated by 4 games.
Yeah, I know. It's super. That was a big win for the Lakers last night.
Dude,
massive
they needed
win.
it. It was huge.
Massive
because they had lost 2 in a row to the bottom feeders of the NBA at home.
Awful.
And they're just playing like shit and vibing like shit, and they feel like shit, and they sound like shit. And LeBron and AD in the press conference after that game, they pretty much just came out there for a half hour and vented all their frustrations and angers with everything. The play-in, the season, the injuries.
Right.
It's like it has not been going well. For them to have come in and get that win over a real Western Conference
MVP?
team. Yes, and the MVP. Here's the thing, dude, and I've been on this all year. The whole national media has, but I'm just saying. Defense.
Yeah.
Dude, it matters. This isn't fake. They hold teams to 97 points a game, man.
Yeah.
They're the only team in the league that holds teams to under 100 points a game. What did they hold that? You said, I can't believe they won that game last night.
Yeah.
And then you all of a sudden you go back and you go, wait, what was the final again? They held the number 4 offense in the NBA to 89 points, man.
Yeah,
it's going to win you games.
A lot of games.
Even when your offense is sputtering, it's going to win you games.
Yeah.
Like these guys can't score 100. They're stopping people from scoring 100 on them. And then their offense is terrible and clunky
I just need 95?
and it doesn't look good.
Sure.
Yes.
Fine.
The offense is terrible and it's just brutal, man. But it's like, man, it almost just doesn't matter. If I can just get something out of AD. And the other thing was like, dude, Drummond. 22 minutes, 4 points on 2 of 5, 0 boards. Meanwhile, Marc Gasol, 16 minutes, 10 points on 3 of 4 from deep and a free throw, and 7 boards and 2 or 3 dimes. Because keep in mind, Marc Gasol, one of the best passing big men ever.
Yeah.
Put him out there. Not only are you getting 3-point shooting, and you're getting 7 boards in 16 minutes when Drummond, that's his only skill set, give you 0 boards in 22. Gasol's giving you 7 in 16 and banging threes and diamond cats up. He's generating looks for THT and Wes Matthews and KCP. It's like,
yeah.
I realize that Marc Gasol is past it.
He's definitely a shell of what he used to be.
Yeah, dude, for sure. But like, dude, this is still a player who can like be valuable in certain matchups. You know what I mean?
I get it, man, but I also think like if I'm playing the Lakers and I have Devin Booker or I have Donovan Mitchell, I'm going
You're
at
switching
him
that every time.
all
Yes,
game,
of
man.
course, and as they should.
Totally.
As they should.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But keep in mind that this man is a 2-time defensive player of the year.
I understand.
He's-
Yeah. Dude,
his
IQ,
feet are slow.
man.
Correct.
Yeah.
His feet are slow, and his brain and basketball IQ. All right, his feet are as slow as they've ever been in his career, and his brain and basketball IQ is as high as it's ever been in his career.
Right.
So even though he can't move and react the same as he used to, is he always in the right spot? He's so many times he's where he needs to be, man.
Yeah.
So many.
Dude, the offensive.
A couple of those threes he hit last night, he was 4 feet behind the 3-point line. Caught it, ripped it. There was never a second. He never caught it and thought, what should I do here? No. You'd think he was Klay Thompson out there.
Dude, he looked awful in the bubble last year.
You're right. But I just think, dude, 8 out of his last 14 games, he's got DNP coaches' decisions.
Yeah, but there's reasons for that. It's like, dude, yeah, but if you're getting killed, if we're just doing this switching thing all series long with Booker and Mitchell, we're down 1-1, I can't play him
They're
anymore.
the number 1 defensive team in the NBA.
No, I'm with you. But I'm just saying, if we're just going to be getting switched on Gasol all game.
Their defense is not the problem. Their offense is the problem. If I can sub a guy in who's worse on defense but better on offense, and that level of being worse on defense doesn't hurt me that much because we're still the best defensive team in the league, that might be the move. Yep. And I'm not saying play him 32 minutes every night. I'm saying situationally, matchup-wise, He played against Denver, bro. It's the MVP of the NBA yesterday. And he just dominated his 16 minutes.
Yeah.
It's the MVP of the league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
I'm with you.
I'm not saying
it's got to be short spurts. I can't have him out there. I can't have him out there.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? He's probably got to be my second or third big off the bench.
It's a situational
him,
thing.
man.
No. It's a situational thing. It's a matchup thing, and it's a thing about, like, what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, like, I'll tell you what, we always joke about it that, like, the reason today's players are better than the 90s players is because the 90s guys can't shoot. So, like, you kick it to them when they're wide open for three and you just miss it. So,
Right.
like, you're not winning.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, at the very least, like, Gasol gives you another available option.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
I know what
because
you
if
mean.
those 4 passes get kicked to Drummond at the 3-point line, there's zero
yeah,
chance
yeah.
of him
Yeah.
scoring or converting any points on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's another avenue that points can be scored.
So, like-
especially coming off somebody like with LeBron, whose whole thing is drive and dish.
So, like, is your moral of the story then, if you're going to play Drummond, get some goddamn rebounds?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Rebounds and, like, I think that LeBron will be able to work with Drummond better than Drummond doesn't have any moves. He doesn't
It's the
do
same
anything.
thing with Dwight, man. Because remember, Dwight was in Atlanta and he was
And
in
then LeBron
Charlotte.
plays with him, and you're like, Dwight's awesome again.
Yes, yeah.
Well, you do it because you got LeBron giving him the ball.
Totally.
Yes.
So it's like, I think Drummond can be effective in that way, where LeBron, where he drives 3 guys, can just boop, drop it down. Yeah, the little,
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yes.
And we get
but
dunks
in
out
that
of that. But
same regard, how nice is Marc Gasol 24 feet away, and then when LeBron drives and and then you got Marc Gasol out there.
how about the Danny Green?
Danny Green behind the head, left hand was with the left hand. Yeah, and then how much better is it to have Marc Gasol be catching that pass than Andre Drummond or Montrezl Harrell?
No, I agree. I know what you're saying.
I'm not making the argument that any three. You know what's interesting? All 3 of their bigs are completely different style players.
Right.
All 3 probably have uses in the same playoff series, in the same game. Maybe.
Is Trez one of your centers?
I mean, yeah, he's not
Yeah.
a real center. He's 6'5".
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's
but
what I'm saying,
I'm
yeah.
counting him as one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you mean. That's weird.
They
It's-
all
yeah.
have different games, different skill sets, and they might all contribute not only in the same series, but in the same game.
Yeah.
But you can't be giving Gasol 8 out of 14 DNPs. You replaced him with Drummond. Call it what it is. Marc Gasol was playing.
You're bringing 2 bigs off the bench?
Marc Gasol was playing until Drummond came over from the buyout scrap.
Right.
Now Gasol gets DNPs. Don't get it twisted. Andre Drummond has replaced Marc Gasol. My whole point is, are we sure that that's the move? Because I'm not sure that that's the move.
I just think Drummond can do more as far as just giving the Lakers more possessions. And I
Definitely he could, but hey, last night Gasol had 7, Drummond had 0.
think no,
in
I
more
agree.
minutes.
I know.
I'm not trying to make the argument that Gasol's a better rebounder.
Yeah,
I'm not.
So, but what I'm saying though is, it's like, I know what you mean, man. But it's like, dude, this Gasol thing has been bad all
Andre
year.
Drummond,
It's been bad.
Andre Drummond, Marc Gasol is a championship.
I agree.
Andre Drummond.
I'm not going to tell you he's not.
Andre
nice.
Drummond's entire career.
The best players ever played with Blake Griffin.
Andre Drummond's entire career has been 0 impact.
Yeah. He's played with bad teams and bad organization and bad coaches and bad teammates.
It's true, but he's never impacted winning anywhere he's been. It's been empty calories everywhere he's been, no impact.
Right.
So, like, I don't know. You want to take that, or do you want to take the 2-time Defensive Player of the Year who bangs threes, is always in the right spot, and dimes guys up?
I know what you mean, and that experience is super valuable, but that experience was there last year, and we stuck him in the bubble last year, and he was awful last year. I mean, he's costing them games, man. I mean, Tatum's taking him ISO and just cooking him.
Yeah.
So it's
hey,
like,
there's certain situations you can't be in the game.
that's what I'm saying.
For sure.
So it's like, dude, am I really going to reach out and grab and put Trez on the
Yeah.
bench for another
For
8 minutes? Just
for instance, if you're playing Golden State and Draymond's playing the 5, Marc Gasol can't be in the game.
Right.
You can't be running
what you mean.
1-5 pick and rolls with Steph and Draymond
But
picking on Marc
that's
Gasol.
just this new wave of basketball, man, where it's like,
It's
there's not a lot of
situational.
fives.
It's situational. Jokic is a 5. He dominated Jokic. All those guys were on the Lakers last year. Dwight, JaVale, those
I'm not
guys.
talking about
Gasol
Jokic.
can play against those guys. Gasol can play against Embiid. Historically, Gasol plays. I think he plays the best defense on Joel Embiid. Let's look it up. I think he plays the best, if not second best defense on Joel Embiid throughout Embiid's entire career.
That's not what my point I'm making. My point is, in the playoffs, we're gonna play small ball. We're not playing big.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dude, if I'm out here with, Gasol on Marcus Morris, I mean, we got an issue here. I can't do that. So it's like, my thing is the same thing with Ayton, is I think Ayton is going to get exposed. And he's a number 1 pick, man. And I just think he's going to fall in the same category where all these bigs who are lengthy and can't really move and play, they're going to get exposed, man. And that's how it happens every playoff, and they become the odd guy out. And, some of these scorers out here, they smell blood in the water, man. And it's like, I don't know,
I just typed in Marcus Gasol verse. Listen to some of these. Let me just kick you a couple of these headlines, okay? Here's the search engine results for when I'm trying to find out Marcus Gasol's his history of playing against Embiid. Here's this one from NBA.com. Marcus Gasol keeps Joel Embiid in check once again. Philadelphia's all-star center goes scoreless on 0 for 11 shooting as the 76ers squander a late lead. So this is the Toronto year.
Yeah.
Marcus Gasol's in Toronto.
It was like 2 years ago?
Yes. And, so it says Joel Embiid's struggles against Marcus Gasol have been well documented. Embiid ranks 8th in the NBA with roughly 13 points per game. That's against Gasol.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man.
I know
I'm
what
just
you
saying
mean.
This is like a historical thing. Like, Gasol plays good against, like, traditional centers,
Yes. But that's not the way the NBA is right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's like...
I mean, he just dominated the MVP.
I'm not talking about that. That's awesome. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay, you see Denver in the playoffs. You play Gasol against Jokic?
yeah, you have to.
Hell yeah.
You have to.
Oh, yeah.
But I agree with you. It's a matchup thing. But I think
Totally,
there's
yeah.
a lot of matchups where it's
That's
like,
my whole point. My whole
tough.
point, you could be giving him DNPs. Whatever the matchup situation is, and I acknowledge that there's some matchups he can't be playing, it's not so bad that he should be ever getting 8 out of 14 DNPs. Dude, you could use Marcus Gasol for 12 minutes. Absolutely.
Less than that
You're
if you had to.
crazy
8
if you don't
minutes,
think you
8
can
minutes
use
of
him for
Marcus Gasol.
12 minutes. Yes, for offense.
Yeah.
Marcus Gasol's still a great offensive player. Put the ball in his hands. Watch him run the offense. He could Marcus Gasol can orchestrate the offense from the high post. Has anybody watched Memphis all those years? Marcus Gasol is like super skilled.
Yeah, but this is like 35-year-old Marcus.
I know.
So.
I know. I'm not trying to make the argument that again. I'm not saying this guy should play all the time, start every game, play 30 minutes a game. I'm just saying, he's underappreciated. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
He doesn't get enough love from NBA fans and from he should get more rotation minutes, dude. Rotation minutes, not starters 36 minutes a game. He needs rotation minutes.
Yeah, like 10 to 12 minutes.
Dude, he'll score, he'll rebound, and he'll dime guys up, orchestrate the offense, and he won't play good D, but he's in the right spot a lot of the time,
Hey, man, I just can't. I can't wait to figure out what's gonna happen with these guys. It's gonna be wild to see.
Yeah, dude. All right, so let's go over it. Speaking of panic mode,
Okay.
let's run through. We've done this a couple times, so let's run through. Give me who's making it and who's not making it as of today. Start with the East. So as of today,
Boston's in the 7 spot.
yeah. So as of today, it goes 1 Philly, 2 Brooklyn, 3 Milwaukee, 4 New York, 5 Atlanta, 6 Miami, 7 Boston, 8 Charlotte, 9 Indiana, 10 Washington. Give me what do you got real quick?
So I want to see Indiana get healthy. They probably won't in time, but their team is cool. They're probably
Dude,
a playoff
Sabonis,
team next year. Yeah.
Sabonis, 1 assist away from another triple-double.
Dude, how about Jimmy yesterday?
Oh, did you see the press conference?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
Your
yeah,
sorry ass
yeah.
is out here with us. That was hysterical. That was so Jimmy, just right on brand. I laughed out loud by myself, sitting there watching it on my phone.
Yeah, hilarious.
Laughed out loud.
Yeah, maybe
by
if your
myself.
sorry ass was on our team.
And even the guy acknowledged it. He was like, yeah,
my
that's
bad,
fair. Yeah, that was really fun. I love Jimmy, man.
Yeah, dude, he's the best.
Did you see the thing about Hero with the Jimmy line?
No.
Let me find the line so I don't misquote it. Because this was one of my favorite lines. This was the other day.
Is this the swimming one?
No.
Okay,
No.
okay.
No.
The swimming one is hilarious. The hood tendencies.
Yes, not that one.
Oh, man.
He said, oh, this is it. Here, I got it right here. Oh, it's a video. Hold on. Here's a video. Ready? He Jimmy's confused, man. The kid's from Milwaukee. He thinks he's black. The kid's got all types of shit going on.
Oh my god.
Hilarious. Jimmy's great. Jimmy,
Yeah.
have you ever seen the video where Jimmy sat in the passenger seat of some NASCAR driver's car?
Oh yeah. How about when he flips out of the boat?
And the guy's doing like 200 miles an hour, and Jimmy's like, "It's not, stop. And like, it's like a real professional race car driver
He thinks he's playing and
driving
Jimmy's not
Jimmy around.
playing.
And Jimmy's like, and the guy even asked him at one point, he goes, "You good?" And Jimmy, I'll never forget it. He goes, "I feel like my stomach about to fall out my ass, man." It's like a great Jimmy Butler line. You know what I mean? My stomach is about to fall out of my ass.
Yeah.
It's
There's
such a great
there's
Jimmy
another
line.
one where he's walking out of the tunnel and someone's like, "Jimmy, where you been?" He's like, "Damn, I got a shower. I can't wash my ass."
Uh-huh. Yeah, I remember that one too. Jimmy's great, dude. I've always loved Jimmy. Jimmy has some of the greatest gifts. Like the one where he crumples up the paper and flicks it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the fun, the faces, all the memes and gifs of Jimmy Butler are great. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Go on with the East.
I wish Hero would figure it out because I genuinely think that team is probably in trouble. But I also think Jimmy's on your team and he's not going to let his team lose. So, like, you know.
to a certain extent
Yeah.
where he can, yeah.
Yeah, like, I think, like, you know, I'm not really worried about. I don't know. If you're Milwaukee, do you want to see Jimmy again?
No, probably not,
no.
But dude, you predicted the Celtics don't make the playoffs. You half jokingly predicted it, but
Yeah,
they're in
obviously-
7.
Yeah, they're gonna make the playoffs.
They're in 7.
They're gonna make the playoffs. Yeah, they're gonna lose in the
because
first
they're
round.
not going to drop below
Yeah, no,
Charlotte.
no, yeah.
But
Or
hey, they're sitting in
Indiana,
a
yeah.
play-in spot right now.
Yeah, it's inexcusable.
Yeah, I agree.
It's inexcusable.
terrible.
There's
Yeah, it's
no
terrible.
reason why you should be in the 7th seed 1 year after making the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah. Well, dude, it's also like it's definitely like they've tried different lineups, and every time you try different lineups, it changes the way your play style. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Well-
so it's like it didn't work with it didn't work with Kyrie, it didn't work with Kemba. It's like, dude, every time you're doing that, you're like. You almost like got to start over.
Yeah,
you know?
no, that's what
You
they
know?
need to do again. So it's like, damn,
Yeah.
we're starting over again.
Yes,
we're doing
yes.
this again.
But it's
again.
not Brown and Tatum.
No,
leave
no.
them be. Just wait until they're
I
ready.
agree with you.
Yeah,
I agree with you. I think Brown and Tatum are like legit.
Yeah, just wait until they're ready. We should have this conversation on the show because we had it off the show. But in KD's 3rd year, he goes 30 a game, 7 boards and 2 dimes.
Okay.
In his 4th year, he goes like 26 and a half a game, 6 boards and less dimes on worse shooting percentages.
Right.
And it's like, and I just want to bring up the idea that, man, we judge these young kids so early, and now they come in having only played 1 year in college. Like, half the time, we're looking at a guy and we're like, dude, it's your 3rd year. Produce, man. Like, go win something. Most in history, this guy would still be in college.
No,
he's not
you're
even
right.
in the NBA yet.
Yeah, totally.
And not only is he in the NBA, but he's like the number 1 guy on a playoff team now because these guys come in better now. So it's like you look at like Tatum and Luka and Zion, and we're like, dude, you guys gotta. It's like, yeah, but also like, man, he's 23. If you look at Steph when he was 23, if you look at Steph in his 3rd year and the jump into his 4th year, and if you look at KD in his 3rd year and the jump into his 4th year, and then you look at Tatum is having the best season out of all those guys. So like the idea that like he needs to do something that Steph couldn't do.
Is it empty stats?
KD couldn't do. No, because they're winning. They win. They make it to the playoffs. They're not a bad team. They're not bad teams.
They're in a playing game.
Yeah, but like early on, a lot of these guys are missing the playoffs early on.
I
Whereas
agree.
like Jason Tatum is not. Like they're there. Like they're just not that next step yet. But like
But
neither
I
was
think they
Steph.
are. I
Neither
think-
was Steph in his 4th year. Neither was KD in his 4th year. You know what I mean? Like it takes a while. We can't just be like, this guy's not producing enough. We need to win. It's like, I think that we should start saying that about a guy when he's like 26.
Okay.
Like now you need to be like, all right, bro, like you need to start. We're 27, 28. You need to win here. If you're going to be a player that's a number 1A on a championship team, now is the time when it starts to get hot. Is like 26, 27 years old. I think it's unfair to look at a guy like Tatum or any of these guys.
So
And be
those-
like, you have
those-
to win more now. It's like, oh, but LeBron couldn't, and KD and Steph, and
Yeah, it's insane.
the best players who have ever played couldn't, but you know Tatum and Luka and Zion are supposed to. It's tough, man. It's like I think that we just need to be easier on these young guys. you know?
Yeah, I agree, but I also think, damn, like we were just 4 wins away from
I
going to
know,
a title.
I know.
Is it crazy to think he can't give me 4 more wins?
I
Especially
know,
if you've gone there
I know.
twice.
Yeah, no, it's not. But like,
In a weak
They were never
Eastern
going to win.
Conference?
They were never going to beat LeBron. It's just like those Derrick Rose teams, man.
Yeah,
you were in the Eastern Conference Finals, and you were millions of miles away from ever being there.
Yeah, I
you
agree.
never had a shadow of a flash of a chance of winning. Just because you got there doesn't mean you know
they
what I
were
mean?
never close.
Yes,
yeah.
just
We're
like
from Chicago, and they were never close.
Just like those Derrick Rose Bulls teams, it's like, dude, they're right there. Not really.
Yeah.
Just because they're there playing that team, it doesn't mean that they're close.
That's hilarious.
I feel that way about that Boston.
It's not last year. You have to take me there next year.
Yes, because no one else was there. You have to. Yeah.
You got to at least take me there. You
Yeah,
know what
I
I'm saying?
agree. Yeah,
and
yeah.
my
I'll buy
problem
that.
with Boston now is it's like, dude, we were one win away. Bam gets a block. Maybe if Bam doesn't block
A
that.
fingernail,
Yeah, if he
dude.
doesn't block that, we're in the finals.
Well, dude, I always talk about that about Embiid. Is we always talk about like Ben and Embiid. These guys don't win. They have to win. They put up great numbers. They don't win. Joel Embiid is a weird bounce and roll in 6 bounces away from making it to the NBA Finals, at which point he goes and wins.
Right.
Because you're not losing to that decimated Warriors team. So you're telling me that weird Kawhi 6 bounces and roll in, if that rolls off, Embiid and Ben have a chip. You know
With
what I'm
Jimmy.
saying?
Jimmy.
With Jimmy and JJ. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, a couple things bounce just literally, an inch differently.
Right.
And you're talking about an entirely different, the way everything played out, you know?
Yeah,
so it's
dude.
like,
yeah, man.
I feel like that
I
with
just
Boston
think
too.
I just think like that's my problem with Boston, man. Is because we were one win away, and it's like there's
They're a better
no,
team though, bro.
I agree.
They had a better team.
Yeah, but Danny Ainge keeps fucking this up, man.
Both IT and Kyrie are better than Kemba.
I agree.
At least Boston IT, fourth quarter IT, that IT, and that Kyrie are both better than this Kemba.
How about this take?
All 3 Boston guys, Boston IT versus Boston Kyrie versus Boston Kemba. Kemba's the third best.
I also think that Boston team was probably one of the worst 1 seeds we've seen in probably the past
that's
10,
fair.
15
Yeah,
years.
that's fair.
But regardless of all of that, I still think Thomas is better than Kemba. But what I'm saying though, man, is Danny Ainge keeps fucking this up more and more and more and more and more. It's like, dude, we take the wrong guys. We're trading the wrong guys. We're paying the wrong guys. Danny Ainge doesn't make a move. Kemba needs to be gone. He needs to be gone.
Fact,
we have
yeah,
another 2 years
he
of
knows
this.
that. He knows that.
Yeah, totally. But it's like, dude, this isn't
got
working, man.
Hayward.
And I don't know if it's Brad. I don't know.
He's not dumb. He knows what
Totally.
to do. Bro, first of all, we need to be easy on Danny Ainge. Again, we're such victims of the recent moment. You and I have joked for years
Yeah.
that if Danny Ainge calls you, you just don't answer because
Yeah.
he's going to win the trade.
Yeah, that's why I hate
We have
saying
joked
this.
about this for years, dude. It's like,
Someone has to be at fault here. There's no reason for this.
there's
you have
no
one of the
at
best
fault.
2-0s
There's
in the
no
top 5
at
in the league.
fault. Yes, and they're led by 23-year-olds who aren't ready to win. They shouldn't be expected to win yet. Is my whole argument.
awful.
So no one's
I've seen
at
them
fault.
win 3
no one's
times.
at fault. You've never seen them win a title
Yeah, but I've
led
seen
by a
them win
23-year-old.
deeply into the
Yeah,
playoffs.
but you're expecting them to do something that KD, Steph, LeBron, those guys couldn't do.
Dame and CJ.
All those young guys, they got pretty close, and then they don't have enough to cross over that final hump when you're 20.
Dame and CJ only got there 1 time, and they're 28 and 29 when they get there.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable,
Yeah.
man. And it's
think
like,
of how much better
That's
Jason
such an
Tatum,
accomplishment,
Think of
man.
how much better Jason Tatum is going to be. Like I said,
oh, at 27,
Jason,
28.
yes.
Yeah,
like I
totally.
said,
Yeah.
keep in mind that you're watching 31-year-old KD. You're not watching 22-year-old KD. Because when you're watching 22-year-old KD and you compare him to Jason Tatum's stats, I hate to say it, guess whose are better? Jason Tatum's.
Yeah.
So if obviously I know this isn't how it works, but if they are going to take the exact same trajectory, that means Jason Tatum will become a better player than Kevin Durant is. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm not saying that's not my
totally.
prediction.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
Yeah.
you base it on this season versus. You can't be expected to do something that these other greatest players to ever live couldn't even do.
I understand.
So you're like, who's at fault? No one's at fault. They have, if anything, they've surpassed their expectations every year. They were not supposed to win. In my opinion, they're probably not even supposed to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. They're not supposed to win a championship yet. Like I said, when Tatum is 26, now it's, if they don't win, now it's who's at fault. Someone's at fault.
Yeah.
They're literally not at fault. No one's at fault because they're not supposed to win yet. We shouldn't be expecting.
They were
22
never
years
gonna
to
beat
win.
LeBron 2
Yes,
years
that's
ago.
my
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
point.
yeah.
That's my whole point. So it's not like we need to be looking at Danny Ainge. We need to be looking at Brad. We need to be looking at Kemba. Okay, fine. Kemba sucks. But the point is, like, It's not anybody's fault.
What's up with
because
these
they're
young
right where they're
guys, though?
supposed to be. They're supposed to be doing this, you know?
Yeah, but then you can't surround these guys with young guys. You got to go get vets. I mean,
Fine,
I can't
that's
be
fine,
playing
that's fine.
Semi Ojeleye, Peyton Pritchard,
Yeah,
Grant
that's fine.
Williams, and
That's
all
fine,
these
yeah.
other guys.
Because, like I'm saying, they're where they're supposed to be right now for 22, 23-year-olds. And where that is making it to the playoffs. So fine, if you can boost that a little higher to making yourself a top 2-3 seed
Right. Yeah.
by getting better vets, so be it. That's fine. But I'm saying we can't sit here and expect these guys to just win titles. Well, we were one game away. Yeah, they probably shouldn't even have been that far. They probably jumped over expectations even back then. Like we're putting way too many expectations on them way too early. You know what I mean? Just because they did
Which
it
is
early.
why the
It's
reason
like
of the
joke
inconsistency.
Yes, it's like the joke I made about when you go to school and you write an awesome paper and then your teacher's like gives you shitty grades from then on out because you're like, but I know how good you can write because you wrote that one good paper.
Totally.
That's like what that 1 year of them and Tatum dunking on
Totally,
LeBron does, because it's like you're expecting that from them. But even that 1 year, dude, they went above their expectations.
Totally.
Like,
Without Kyrie, though.
yes. That's my point. They went above and beyond where they should have even been back then. So it's not fair to be like, why aren't you where you were then? It's like, because even that was a fluke.
Yeah.
And like, dude, they are where they need to be. They are dominant 23 and 24-year-old kids, man. Like, I used to say, these kids don't even have beards yet. Wait until Jason Tatum has facial hair. And now he has a beard. We're getting there. We're getting there step by step, baby steps. If you think Jason Tatum won't play in an NBA Finals, you're crazy.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
31-year-old Jason Tatum.
Yeah. No,
7 years from now.
No, I agree. But I just think
the guy's going to be a nightmare, dude.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown's probably going to be the best defender in the league and an awesome wingman. And Jason Tatum's going to lead the league in scoring. It's 7 years from in 2028. You can put me on record when Jason Tatum's 31. He'll lead the league in scoring, and Jaylen Brown will be the best defender in the league. You know, it's like, dude, you got to give these guys times. Historically, these 22-year-olds aren't
It just pisses
ever
me off
good.
that they suck.
I know.
Win.
I know.
Just win.
It's just that historically,
God
22-year-olds
damn.
aren't ever. LeBron took his team in 06-07 to the finals. It got swept, and he was 22. And this is his roster. I'll read it to you. LeBron James, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, Larry Hughes, Sasha Pavlovich, Drew Gooden, Anderson Varejao, Daniel Boobie Gibson, Eric Snow, Danielle Marshall, Damian Jones, Scott Pollard. Have you heard enough? Like, this is... This is a 22-year-old, and then you're like,
So
well, why?
Scott Pollard.
And then the next season, you're like, why can't you win yet? It's like, bro, it's hard. I'm young. I'm not. And then all of a sudden, when he's older and he's a man, he's got the shoulders and the beard, and he's an adult with a family. Now he has what it takes. It's like, dude, I also think there's like a mental part of it. I think from watching LeBron's career personally, I think that LeBron had no confidence when he was the young guy going against all the old legends.
I believe that.
When you're the young guy going against the old legends, dude, it's a mental thing. But then when all those old legends retire and you've played a few more years and now you're the old legend going up against the young stud, dude, you dominate those guys.
Yeah.
That's how it keeps doing that.
Yeah, but
you know?
if I'm Boston, I need to not surround my guys with my young guys, my young two core guys. I need to go get vets that know how to win, that
You need a
been in the
point guard,
league.
a real point
Totally,
guard.
yeah. But I need other guys too. I need bigs. I need guys who've been in the league for a minute. I don't need all these guys. Romeo Langford.
Peyton Pritchard.
I don't need these guys.
And I like
man.
that guy's fine,
'Cause
but
you
like
constructed the roster wrong.
Yeah,
You
that's
have
fair.
two
That's
young
fair.
guys, and you just built them around more young guys.
But they're
no one has
also-
any
but
idea what they're doing.
But here's the thing. It's sort of like what they did with Jimmy, and it's the young core thing. They're trying to develop a young core. That's what Golden State did. They didn't just have Steph, Clay, and Draymond all in the same season and surround them with veterans. No, you got to bring in young guys and decide who are the young pieces we want to add to our young core, and then have this young core evolve forward together on the same timeline so that they're all ready together at the same time.
I just don't think you grab a young core. You start to build a young core the year after you make the Eastern Conference Finals. I think you build off of what you have. You go get better team,
Maybe.
better talent. And, I mean, not trading for the deadline, go get Evan Fournier, who doesn't make a shot in his first game.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I need guys who are vets that'll teach these guys how to win.
I
that'll
think
teach you in a road game in Minnesota at 9:30 at night. You got to go out and give me 45
On a Wednesday,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude, I
Yeah.
need you.
But here's the problem is like you're still expecting that you're talking about like it's constructed wrong. It's constructed because you're expecting it to be a championship team.
I expect Tatum to just be around vets, so vets are like guys like I'm not saying Rondo should go back to Boston.
Right.
Guys like Rondo who are like, yo, young fella, let me sit you down and show you how to win this game tonight.
Yes.
60's cool, but like, dude, I mean,
how cool was the Jimmy thing with RJ?
Yes.
When RJ Barrett goes to lay it up, Jimmy swats that shit to the 15th row, and then before they inbound the ball and the
he's
dead
like, yo,
ball,
let me show you this.
Jimmy grabs RJ, brings him over, and says, let me tell you something. The reason I was able to get that is because you held the ball out. If you're going to go to the rack like that, and I'm coming from the weak side, ball needs to be on your chest, and I can't get it.
Yeah.
And RJ Barrett looked at him like, is this guy seriously telling me this? Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need guys like that.
That's
for
what
young
I'm
guys.
saying. And it's like,
That,
dude,
I'll buy that, yeah.
Especially for the nights where Tatum's got 33, he's missed 4 shots, and Brown's 3 of 40. It's like, dude, let me show you how to win this game.
Yes,
let me show you how to win this game.
yes.
And it's like, I don't get that with Romeo Langford. I don't get that with Peyton Pritchard. I don't get that with any of these other guys,
I know
man.
what you mean.
So it's
You'd
like,
rather have any veteran.
any of them.
I would rather, when I pass that ball, I'd rather it go to
not Peyton
Trevor
Pritchard.
Ariza than Peyton Pritchard. Trevor Ariza played in
That's
finals.
my whole point, man.
Right.
That's
I
my
know
whole
what you
point.
mean. I know
so
what
it's
you
like,
mean.
I'm
That's
not
fair.
saying that Tatum blows. It's like, dude, I need him to learn. Someone's got to teach this guy what to do. And Romeo Langford, when he comes to sit on the bench, Langford's like, hey, man, let me show you how to win this game. I've played 8 games in the NBA. It's like, dude, come on, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So,
I'm just saying, I still think we're still judging Tatum and Brown and the Celtics the same way we're judging, like, KD and Steph and LeBron and Harden.
Yeah,
but it's
he's
not the
talented
same.
like that, though.
He's talented like that. But that doesn't mean that you're ready mentally, emotionally, leadership-wise. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not the same as...
But that's why they suck this year, because they have no vets.
Being the best player
You
is
know?
not the same as being the guy who's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
no,
like,
I know.
It's
Because
just...
you were saying that the other day. You're like, dude, just because you're the best player doesn't mean you're the best leader.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to bring these guys into battle. Gather the troops. Like, you know what I'm
galvanize
saying?
the troops. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You got to get people like inspired to like go fight a war.
Facts.
You know,
No, that's
like,
I feel you, bro. But it's just like, damn, bro.
Like,
I
not
wish
everybody
Danny
can do that.
I wish Danny Ainge would have done a better job with this team, because I think that they were really onto something, and I think the Kemba thing really doesn't help them. But I also think that all these draft picks and these guys, I mean, you can get anything for Daniel Tice. You got nothing.
I'm still not convinced that it's not coming. Like I'm saying, these guys, they shouldn't be winning yet. They're led by a 23-year-old. By the time that 23-year-old is 26,
But they got Luke Cornett
we don't know
on that team.
I know, but I'm just saying we don't know that the same team, managed by the same Danny Ainge, coached by the same Brad Stevens, led by the same 2 young superstars, in 3 years, we might be saying, oh my God, this team is constructed perfectly. It might be the same, not the same players, but they might...
The same guys.
Yes, like
the same
Danny
front
Ainge,
office.
You don't.
It's the same guys for 12
'cause
years.
You were talking about Bill Simmons was saying they're going to make
Right.
a front office move, and I'm
Yes.
saying that's crazy.
Right.
You're going to take a guy who's made 90% the correct move and made 10% the wrong ones and hold the 10% against them rather than working on the 90?
Yeah, I know what he means, though. It's not that. I think he's saying that it's been the same guys for 12 years. They need to just make a change. They haven't won a title.
I totally disagree.
But
hey, when Tatum and Brown are 27 and 28, if they still suck and are the 7th seed dealing with the play-in, then you have that conversation.
Yeah.
You don't have that conversation yet. Or else Bill Simmons would have moved on from Tatum and Steph and all those guys too.
totally.
I'm sorry, KD and Steph and all those guys too. It's not, you don't, no. You wait until your guy is a dude. And once he's a dude, now if we suck, then we got to make some changes. If he's not a dude yet, then we're what are we doing? We're not ready. We're not ready yet, you know?
Yeah,
it's like,
dude.
That's why the Bulls dealt Jimmy, because we got one dude and a bunch of guys who aren't dudes. Maybe we deal them and we get some young guys, and maybe one of those young guys becomes a dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you need to give him time to become that thing, you know, or else. But I will admit, it's always been this way. Like LeBron got chastised for those first 8 years.
Yeah.
In his second year,
It's
he was
part
getting
of it.
roasted.
It's part of it.
LeBron was
It's
getting
part of the
roasted in
try.
his
If you're going to
second
be
year.
a top 10 guy in the
But
league,
it's not fair historically to do that because no one's been able to do the thing that everyone bitches at everyone.
There's
for
only
not
like
doing.
6 or 7 guys better than him in the league.
But
so
historically,
it's like, yeah, I know.
Nobody's been able
know.
to do the thing that they do this. They do this with everybody. Tatum, Luka, LeBron, KD,
Zion,
Steph.
yeah.
They'll do it with everybody. But yet you're holding them to the standard that nobody has ever done.
Totally.
Except Magic, who came in and won when he was young, playing with an MVP, playing with the all-time leading scorer.
Yeah.
So you're like, yeah, you know, Magic played center. I don't care, bro. It means nothing to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's that nobody's ever come in the whole season not one game in the finals, the whole season, and been like, I'm the lead dog, and I'm 21,
he's not
and
that
we're
right
winning
now.
a final.
He's not,
nobody's ever done that.
Yeah.
So to do that with LeBron and Steph and KD and Zion and Hart, everybody it's just not a realistic expectation, you know?
Dude.
Like, okay, we got sidetracked with Boston. Give me your Western Conference, who you got. Oh, wait, did you finish East? Tell me who's making the East. Who's your top 6?
So I think it's going to be Philly, Brooklyn, Milwaukee, New York, Miami, Atlanta. I don't think it moves much.
So it stays.
Yeah, I think it
Other
stays.
than Miami and Atlanta flip.
I don't think Boston does anything.
Okay, and what do you got for the West?
Utah, Suns, Nuggets. Yeah,
Clippers
I think it
and
stays
Nuggets
the
have the
same.
same
I
record.
think it stays the same, man. I think it stays the same on both sides. I don't think Portland's doing anything. Is Golden State the 8 seed? Oh, Golden State's the 8 seed. Oh, man.
Let me ask you this. If somebody wins this title and it isn't Brooklyn or either of the Los Angeles teams, who is it?
Philly.
Wow. You would take Philly over the Suns and the Jazz?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, like, that's crazy because we've always said it's Brooklyn, one of the LA teams, maybe the Jazz or the Suns, just because they play.
I don't have
basketball.
any faith in that. I think Embiid is the closest one to winning a title that hasn't won a title, and I think all those other
Like I
teams.
said, a lucky bounce.
Yeah, totally.
And
you're totally
he
right.
has jewelry.
Totally.
Not only is he in a finals, he has jewelry.
And if we're being honest, if he stays healthy all year, he's the MVP. So
Yes,
it's like,
yes.
So I don't know. I think it's got to be Philly, man.
That's fair. Well, we'll make official predictions before the season.
Yeah.
But who's your prediction right now if you had a gun to your head right now to win the title? Brooklyn?
I don't know. I'm gonna go Lakers.
You
This is my final bet. I just can't go against LeBron.
LeBron, yes. You're just assuming that he'll go back to being 28, 10, and 8 or whatever. Yeah, same. Yeah, it's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Because, dude, Nick Wright was saying, as much as ridiculous as Nick Wright is, because everything he says is pro LeBron.
Yeah.
So you kind of just got to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, for sure.
But that being said, he did say a great thing. He goes, listen, at the end of this season, LeBron James will have played in the final game of the NBA season the same way he has for the last decade, other than 1 year. It's like, damn, that's when you just put it so black and white like that. You're like, hey, man, this guy's there at the end of the season,
At the
still standing there
championship game.
every single time. Like, so at some point, it's just like, I guess you just.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
do
probably
I
where
have
gotta
another
put my
choice?
money.
Yeah. He's there 10 times.
Yeah, like at some point you just gotta be like, all right, well he'll probably be there again.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a wild second half. So
Yeah, dude. There's like what 6-7 games left,
Yeah.
something like that. Cool. Well, what's today? It's Tuesday. We're recording this, so this will come out Wednesday, and then we'll jump back on here Sunday, I think.
yeah,
right? And
I think we're gonna be hopping on someone's podcast. So
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We'll
Yeah.
share that out. Go check out our
Yeah.
boys' podcast. We'll figure out the name and all
we're
that.
gonna
other
be
stuff.
guests on a different podcast.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk hoops and
we'll
some
put that out,
some mental stuff. I think.
Yeah,
Some-
he's a clinical psychologist.
Yeah, so we'll talk some mental strengths and weakness, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
I wanna talk,
yeah,
like,
we'll let you know.
psychology.
We'll post it on our story. You guys
Yep.
go peep that, and keep staying tuned. Step Back Podcast.
Yeah, I'll follow along on social media, everything. Step Back Pod on Twitter, Step Back Podcast on Instagram. You can follow us on TikTok. The merch and all that stuff is thestepbackpod.com. What's your social medias?
It's at I am Pat Cibulka on both Twitter and Instagram.
Nice. Same. I am Kyle Coleman on Twitter and Instagram as well. Cool, man. I think it was a good episode.
Yeah, great episode.
Sweet, dude. I'll see you again. We'll do it again on Sunday.
Yeah, till next time.
Yep. Peace.